In the ancient lands of Canaan, there lived a young man named Joseph, the apple of his father Jacob's eye. Gifted a vibrant coat of many colors, Joseph's place as the favored son was no secret. His brothers watched with simmering envy as Joseph donned the radiant cloak that symbolized Jacob's love. But Joseph had more than a beautiful coat. He had dreams that whispered of greatness. "In my dream," he shared eagerly with his brothers, "we were binding sheaves in the field, and my sheaf rose and stood upright, while your sheaves gathered around and bowed to mine." Another dream and bolder he recounted, "I saw the sun, moon, and 11 stars bowing down to me." These dreams, painting pictures of dominion, only fueled the flames of jealousy within his brothers' hearts. "Will you indeed reign over us? Will you truly have dominion?" They scoffed, their voices edged with scorn. As days turned to weeks, the weight of these dreams bore heavily on the brothers, twisting into a deep resentment. A plot began to sprout among them, one that would rid them of the dreamer forever. On a day when the sun beat down upon the fields and the air was thick with silence, they put their plan into motion. "Let us see what becomes of his dreams now," they whispered as they prepared to betray their brother. After having his colorful robe ripped away by his envious brothers, Joseph finds himself tossed into a barren pit under the scorching sun. Just when it seems like all hope is lost, fate takes a wicked twist. His brothers, driven by jealousy, decide to sell him to a passing caravan of Ishmaelite traders. It's a heart-wrenching moment as Joseph is taken away, shackled, and bound for a new life far from home. But this is only the beginning of Joseph's journey. Arriving in Egypt, he is sold once more, this time to Potiphar, a high-ranking official in Pharaoh's court. Despite starting from the ground, Joseph's resilience and integrity begin to shine through. With each passing day, Potiphar notices something special about him, a rare combination of intelligence, trustworthiness, and the uncanny ability to manage his household affairs with unparalleled efficiency. As Joseph rises through the ranks, we see him transform from a despised brother sold into slavery to a man of influence in a foreign land. Joseph, a man of outstanding integrity, rising in the house of Potiphar, one of Pharaoh's officials. One day, a trial of virtues tests him when Potiphar's wife, cloaked in deceit, succumbs to her own temptations, casting her eyes upon Joseph. "Lie with me," she beckons, weaving a web of seduction. But Joseph, steadfast in his faith and integrity, refuses her advances. He knew well the cost of betrayal and the divine calling towards righteousness that guided his every step. Stung by rejection, Potiphar's wife spins a tale of lies that ensnare Joseph, and he finds himself imprisoned for crimes uncommitted. Here the story could fade into darkness. But Joseph's journey is far from over. In the shadowy confines of the prison, his light shines brighter than ever. Joseph, with divine wisdom, interprets the dreams of his fellow prisoners. His ability to see beyond the veil of dreams earns him favor, first with the jailer, who entrusts him, and then with those who would one day speak to Pharaoh himself. In Joseph's tale, find the courage to stand against temptation and the resolve to trust in a greater plan, even when the world seems aligned against you. In prison, Joseph encounters two of Pharaoh's high-ranking officials, the cupbearer and the baker. Both are disturbed by intense dreams they cannot understand. Joseph steps forward, his faith unwavering, to interpret these dreams. The cupbearer dreams of a vine with 3 branches full of lush grapes, and he sees himself serving Pharaoh once again. Joseph turns to him and interprets, "In 3 days, Pharaoh will restore you to your position." Unfortunately, the baker's dream foretells a darker fate. He dreams of 3 baskets of bread on his head, with birds eating from them. Joseph, with courage, reveals that in 3 days, Pharaoh will execute the baker. Just as Joseph predicted, both interpretations come true. However, the real lesson unfolds afterward. Joseph pleads with the cupbearer to remember him and help get him out of prison. Yet the cupbearer forgets, and Joseph remains in his cell for an agonizing 2 more years. The story brims with themes of patience and faith. It's a reminder for all of us. Sometimes, even when we feel forgotten, bigger plans are at work that we cannot see. Imagine being the mighty Pharaoh, ruler of Egypt, disturbed by dreams that no one in the kingdom can unravel. In one dream, 7 sleek and beautiful cows graze by the river, only to be devoured by 7 gaunt and ugly cows. In another, 7 healthy ears of grain are swallowed by withered ones. Pharaoh awakens, puzzled and troubled. His advisors, wise as they are, stand helpless, unable to decode the ominous visions. Just when Egypt's leader is steering towards despair, the palace cupbearer remembers a young man imprisoned unjustly, a Hebrew named Joseph, known for his uncanny ability to interpret dreams. Joseph is summoned from the dungeons and with humility and grace stands before Pharaoh. He listens intently and with divine wisdom reveals the prophecy hidden within the dreams. Egypt will experience 7 years of great abundance, followed by 7 years of severe famine. Joseph advises Pharaoh to store surplus grain during the years of plenty to prepare for the scarcity to come. Pharaoh, impressed by Joseph's interpretation of dreams and wise counsel, appoints him as the second in command over Egypt. It's a classic zero-to-hero story, highlighting leadership, stewardship, and divine providence. As governor, Joseph spearheads the effort to store grain during the bountiful years. Predicting the impending famine, his administrative acumen shines as he systematically gathers food from every corner of Egypt, transforming barns into storehouses of plenty. But Joseph's tale isn't just about survival, it's about thriving against odds. With God's favor guiding him, Joseph's plans ensure that Egypt not only survives the harsh famine years, but becomes a beacon of food security for the region. The episode concludes with a glimpse of hope and faith. As Egypt stands prepared for the challenges ahead, the story delves into the ancient lands affected by a ruthless famine, driving Joseph's brothers to journey to Egypt in search of sustenance. Upon their arrival, they unknowingly stand before their brother Joseph, who now reigns as a powerful figure in Egypt, unknowingly fulfilling the dreams Joseph had in his youth. As they bow, a dramatic layer of suspense unfolds, setting the stage for a series of profound tests and revelations. Joseph, recognizing his brothers, devises a plan to test their integrity and the changes in their hearts since the time they sold him into slavery. Accusing them of espionage, Joseph confronts them harshly, instilling fear and an urgency to prove their innocence. He demands that they bring Benjamin, the youngest sibling, to him, setting a pivotal challenge that pushes the boundaries of trust and familial loyalty. As the brothers return with Benjamin, we witness a tipping point in the story where past and present collide. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the next episode, where more revelations await. Our story unfolds with Joseph, the powerful ruler of Egypt, who devises a clever plan. He secretly places a precious silver cup in the sack of his youngest brother, Benjamin. As the brothers begin their journey back home, they're suddenly stopped by Joseph's men and accused of theft. Imagine their shock. Now Benjamin is the apple of their father, Jacob's eye. The thought of him being held in Egypt devastates the brothers. Judah, showcasing his unwavering loyalty and courage, steps forward, pleading with Joseph. He offers a heartfelt proposal: spare Benjamin and take him instead. Judah's selflessness shines through his willingness to take on this burden for his family's happiness. Joseph, witnessing the true transformation in his brothers, especially Judah, is deeply moved. He can't hold back his emotions any longer and reveals his true identity: "I am Joseph, your brother." The room erupts in disbelief and awe as the brothers stand stunned. Joseph, who has risen to power in Egypt, reveals his true identity to his brothers. Despite the pain and betrayal he endured from them, Joseph's actions embody forgiveness. He chooses to embrace his siblings with open arms, illustrating the theme of overcoming bitterness through compassionate reconciliation. With heartfelt tears, he explains that their past actions were part of a greater divine plan, demonstrating how God can transform difficult circumstances for a greater good. Joseph's generous invitation brings his family to Egypt, where they are joyfully reunited with Jacob. The family settles in the land of Goshen, symbolizing a new beginning blessed by harmony and peace. In his final days, Jacob imparts blessings upon each of his sons, offering a prophetic insight into their futures. This poignant scene underscores the significance of heritage, divine providence, and the enduring bond of family. Ultimately, reunion and restoration offers a timeless message about the power of forgiveness and the unfolding of God's greater plan in the tapestry of our lives. Joseph's powerful words to his brothers, words of forgiveness and a profound assertion of God's sovereignty. Imagine facing the very people who betrayed you, and instead of revenge, offering mercy. Joseph tells them not to fear as he sees the hand of God in every twist of his journey. But this isn't just about the past, it's also about the future. As Joseph faces the end of his life, he makes a solemn promise with his family, one that involves carrying his bones back to Canaan, their ancestral home, when the time is right. It's a poignant reminder of his unwavering faith in God's promises. Can you feel the weight of tradition and legacy here? As we wrap up this saga, we reflect not just on Joseph's journey, but also on his legacy of faith. It's a story of trust and belief that transcends time. God's faithfulness is ever so clear throughout Joseph's life. Whether you're familiar with this tale or hearing it for the first time, Joseph's story encourages us to hold on to faith, no matter the adversities we face. So, what legacy are you leaving behind? Thanks for joining us through this amazing journey of Joseph's story. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories of faith and resilience. Until next time, stay blessed.